Hi, Sherman United Methodist Church. This is Pastor Jon. I just wanted to take just a few moments just to kind of update you on things and kind of maybe try to answer some questions. I know that a lot of people are concerned about and wondering about, well, when are we going to come back to church again and so forth. And so I just wanted to kind of address that. As you know, last week the president came out and he wants all churches to come back. And of course, that's what we want to happen as soon as possible. But the other big issue, though, is we want to do it safely. So we're trying to balance both of those things. And the other thing that comes into play right now is we're a United Methodist Church. So that means that we're not an independent church. And that means that goes along with that is that we submit to our bishop, and we work along the other side of other United Methodist churches. And so we need to kind of be on the same page with everybody else. And so we're kind of working along that. And so really two main things that we're kind of following right now. One is what the state is doing with the Restore to Illinois program. And then, of course, with our conference with our bishop. And they've got their own guidelines. And so basically where things stand right now is as you probably have heard, we are in phase 2 right now, and today is May the 26th, and in a few days the state is going to be moving into what's called phase 3, and at that point things will start to open up a little bit. As you know, right now everything in the church is closed as far as in the building. Starting next week on June the 1st, the office will reopen. I'll start working in the office again in the mornings. Karen will be doing the same. So I want you to be aware of that. At that point, we can have up to 10 people in the building technically. Now, what will that look like? That will mean that we'll have to continue to practice social distancing. It means if people are in the building and there's more than one person in the building, they'll need to wear a mask. But people can resume coming into the building at that point. The other thing that will open next week, starting next Thursday, the first week of June, we resume having prayer meeting on Thursday nights again. As for that, beyond that though, we still won't be able to start having worship services and a lot of the other things yet. We'll probably continue to be doing most of our meetings online, although it is up to the different committee chairs. If they want to try to meet in person, they can do that if there's less than 10 people, but of course they would have to have face masks if they're in the building. What we're building up towards, of course, is phase 4, and at that point, and we hope this will happen at the beginning of July, is that would be the point where we can have up to 50 people in the building in one place, and at that point we would resume having worship services again. And the goal at this time is, at that time, to have 3 services, which will be a little bit different. Right? We normally, of course, we have 2, but we would do a service at 8 o'clock, one at 9:30 in the morning, and one at 11 o'clock in the morning. And I have to say that the services will look a lot different. We'll be practicing social distancing. Face masks will be required in the service. So it's going to look different. We'll be doing things like the communion and things like our offering in different ways. But that's kind of where we're headed. So I want to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. As we get more closer to that time, we'll have more details for you what that looks like, but that's kind of the general plan. Another big question is Camp Sunshine. Currently, right now, we're planning on starting on July the 1st, or right around that time when we would enter into phase 4. There are possibilities that we might be able to start that program sooner, maybe in June, but as for right now, when the state moves into phase 4, that's when we will resume that. Of course, what we're all looking forward to is eventually getting into phase 5, where we can have normal services, normal operations, but honestly, it's probably going to be a while for that. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I hope that answers some of our questions. Feel free anytime to call me, ask questions about these things, text me, email me. I'd be glad to answer your questions. We're all working towards the same goal of getting back together as soon as possible, as safe as possible. And, obviously, I miss all of you. I'm sure you miss being here, and we want to get to that point as soon as possible. But that's where we're at right now. Thanks for listening, and take care. Goodbye.